happened. Like around about what time was that?
In the latter part of the 70s, about 78, going toward 1980.
I kind of remember it when Ashland Oil left.
About the time that the University of Louisville Cardinals was winning the national championship in
1980. Yes.
About that time, we started losing the backbone of the economy, specifically in the African American community.
That's true.
Okay, and I can speak about it because I had a chance to watch Brown Williamson, Philip Morris, P. Lowell Lord, Reynolds, International Harvester. Had a chance to watch all of them. I don't know how much people really appreciate UPS. I have a number of reasons that I appreciate UPS. One is the ability that UPS created to absorb the labor force and provide an ongoing feeder system for job training and educating our young people in this community. I am also very proud about UPS because the consultant in the middle that negotiated bringing UPS to Louisville was former Governor Martha Lane Collins.
I remember that name.
Okay.
I won't say I remember her, but I remember that name.
The Toyota plant in Lexington.
Yes.
All a part of all of that. So you have some things that happen now. General Electric got to reeling and rocking. Ford expanded and opened up the truck plant.
Yes, they did.
Ford's still sitting there. So I just think we need to create a think tank where we bring people to the table that can come in and say, here's my company profile, fill this out right here, and I'm going to allocate a pool of money to create an opportunity for 1, 2, or 3 of these people to work with my company and get through this. Let's get this done in 12 months. Okay?
I like it.
I mean, the 1,000 thing is not a gigantic number when you think about it.
No, it's not. I mean, if you really sit back and think about what you are saying, that could be the key for more economic development in this city.
Exactly.
And I think other cities could do the same thing.
We have vehicles that are owned by organizations that are federally funded, that have set on the sideline unused on the entire weekend. These vehicles are owned, they are not used from Friday noon until Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we can figure out a way to partner up with some of those organizations and become mobile in a way to provide some part-time jobs for some of these people, we're walking on it a little bit at a time. Okay.
What do you think about what would the wage be? Have you thought that far?
Well, as long as you can't come in and mess with the wage thing the way it upsets the market. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And this is the way I think.
Mm-hmm.
12 hours on the weekend. Okay. If you're only working 3 days and 12 hours. Okay. And if you're getting $10 an hour, no taxes, no nothing, that goes in your pocket. Okay,
wait a minute, no taxes or nothing.
Well,
now you're talking.
Well, this is let me just see, because that is what the Form 1099s was used for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you don't have to have taxes if you have a 1099 to submit. And you're not going to be making that much money. Okay, but it's cash flow. It's not lump cash. We get mixed up back in the day with old school. We used to take $1 bills, get a whole bunch of them, roll them up, and put a rubber band on them. Hey, when you rolled out there, you flash your roll, okay?
Right.
You didn't let anybody get inside of it, but you flash your roll. And if you had gone out socializing, if there was somewhere they were charging at the door, they would let you in if you showed them your roll.
Really?
That's right. The people, not the regular people. Everybody else had to pay at the door. They had to come up with a $5 bill. But if you were one of the regulars and you knew what was happening, you could flash your roll because they assumed once you went in there, you were going to spend more inside. Okay?
Yeah, like, he's getting ready to set the bar up.
It's cameo kind of camouflage stuff. But what I'm saying is when you get down to reality, how many people can we put in a position? Because as an African American male, there's nothing helps your self-esteem more than to be able to go through the line at the grocery store and use your debit card rather than an EBT card. Okay,
that's true.
I mean, it's a personal kind of feeling thing. Okay, and I don't have anything against food stamps. Let me tell you, I'm so stamp orientated. I can talk about top value stamps, green stamps, yellow stamps.
Wait a minute. Why do I remember, like, my great-grandmother and grandmother, like, those little green stamps they would put in those books? How did they get those stamps? I can't remember. How did they get those stamps?
It's another one of the things you accumulate. You had to save them, and then you had to sit down and lick them and stick them in a little book because they had value. When you got so many books,
yeah,
you could take them to the store. You could spend them just like cash.
I remember that.
Yeah. So now it is a different kind of situation. But what I'm saying is, and we will be reaching out to the Metro Council, the mayor.
Well, you just had Barbara Sexton Smith on here last week.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to put Miss Barbara on the spot.
Okay, you're not going to put her on the spot.
We're going to take it through the real lines that can happen because we don't want to dump it on anybody's show. But I'm saying if there's anybody that is listening at this show and you are in a position where you can set aside $5,000 for 1 year, okay, you will be able to reach one of us at California Community Center on Tuesday between 10 and 2. And we'll let you know next week what advances we making. But we're going to start having community outreaches to bring people to the table. And we don't have to have any kind of long-term curing, political, who does what. All we want to do is see, can we actually, and I think we can do it. Look, I know the way to GLI's door. Okay?
Yes, you do.
I know the way to the mayor's door. So I am
yes,
saying that in 4 months, before the Kentucky Derby, we need to be able to identify and have 1,000 of these people that are caught. They didn't fall through the crack. They're caught in the crack because they can't go up and they can't go down. Okay? Join us. Okay? And remember, you heard this today for the first time. We ready to go.
Exclusively on Jumpstart USA.
Jumpstart USA. And you haven't heard 2020 yet.
Oh, I cannot wait.
You need to get you a non-alcoholic drink of some time and be set and waiting because every Sunday we will be on here and we'll be jamming it and rocking it.
And rocking it
we
out.
We don't mean no harm. Faith, family, education, and service. That's us. Jumpstart USA.
Faith, family, education, and service.
Yes, ma'am. You got to be educated before you can provide a service. I do not want anybody to speak to me about volunteering. We have
tired of it
for 300 years, okay? Being a great-grandfather, anybody want to volunteer, they know where to go to volunteer. We're only talking about people being gainfully employed, being in an internship, learning what they can do to help support their entire DNA. Family is it.
I like it. what can I do? I don't have $5,000. So if it's someone that didn't have $5,000, what can they do?
When I get home this evening, I'll write it out, put an email together, okay, with email address, text number, and everything else. And by Monday, I'll give you something. I know you can put it out the way you want it to go. And I need someone to be able to articulate this and put it online. But that is what we're going to be doing. I mean, to me, this is crisis time.
It is. It is.
You know, with the homeless and everything else we've got, now we add this to it. We're talking about young people that have some form of education at some level and falling off on the wayside. I'm very fortunate with my offsprings, and I tell them all the time, they spoiled me. I cut up and carried on something fierce, but my offsprings and our DNA have blessed the brother to where I have never had to go and post a bond.
Praise the Lord.
Anything.
Yes.
And when something happened with us, we go toe to toe and disagree, but it's all about love, faith, family, education, and service. And that is still us. That is still us. That's the way it's got to be.
Well, I can't wait to get some of that information, Commander. And I promise you, I give you my word as a woman, that I will shoot it out there to everyone that I possibly can, because we are in crisis. When our young people are actually getting degrees, they're going to school, and not to mention the actual student loans that they owe, in addition to not having a job. I commend you, Commander. I salute you. I didn't do it right, but I was trying. Like, ladies and gentlemen, you ought to see me. I'm trying to salute the commander right here. But I just appreciate you, and I appreciate everything that you do for the community and for the veterans all over this country.
It is very painful that we haven't been able to do more than we have.
I agree.
We be blessed. We'll be back at it next week. Thank you so much.